If you're on site, if you're off site, you're not allowed to fly the drone on or over our site. Fly the drone on our land. Still insisting on being here because the drone's still filming our intellectual property on site.
It needs to go over. I know you're not happy about that.
No, I'm not. I think...
Welcome back to another video here at Whitewick Manor. 3 miles outside of Wolverhampton. Yes. Now, it's not the biggest National Trust building, but the actual site is quite beautiful. Sorry?
Welcome to Whitby.
Oh, thank you.
There's some bike thingies there if you want to leave your bike there.
All right.
Bike rack, as it were.
Is it? This is the main way in, is it?
Yeah, so this is the car route in and out.
Ah, okay. Well, there's some photography here today, so
Yeah, so
I'm not-
are you a National Trust member?
no.
So you have to pay to come in there.
Right. Is there any way to bypass that? No? It's quite a long walk, or?
Well, it depends how fast you walk, really.
Ah. What about bikes? Are bikes allowed in? Bikes? No? So you're saying I'd have to leave it there? I'll leave the bike there, or? What do you reckon? Or lock it up?
Yeah, you can leave it there. You
All
can't,
right.
you can't use the drone on site, though, I'm afraid.
No drones?
No.
Why?
Just public access and all the rest of it. So,
Public access?
yeah. So do you want to leave that in the?
Oh, you want me to leave the drone here as well, or do you want me to?
Yeah. Do you want to leave it
Um,
somewhere?
Not really. I want to,
I can put it in here if you want and keep
Ah.
it safe in here.
so no drone. Why is no drones?
There's only here, no drones.
Is it on there?
Yeah.
Ah. See, I wanted to do a bit of photography with that today.
Can't
Of the
take
site.
it, I'm afraid. Sorry.
Ah. I'll put it back in the bag.
Okay.
Very busy today, no? Or not?
So.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure what to do. Hi.
Okay.
You right?
Yeah.
Did you want to keep the drone here? Is it? All? Is
Well.
that what you're saying?
Can do, yeah, for now.
Ah. I think she's worried I'm going to use it. I'm not sure what to do because I wanted to take some aerial shots. If I can't do that, I'm kind of missing out on. I was going to pay and do that, you know.
Yeah.
If I can't do it, it's,
Well, sorry.
and anywhere past here is ticket, or is it okay? Right. What about if I go back on the main road and do it from there? You won't know about it, obviously. But
There's nothing stopping you, but it has to be in your eye line, doesn't it?
what, the drone? Or yeah?
Yeah, and from the main road, I don't think you'll get anything, to be honest, in eye line.
Do you not reckon?
No, but that's up to you.
I don't know. I wanted to do some shots of the site, but if I can't do it in here, then
Yeah, it's just our policy.
let's have a look. Thinking if I go, is there a road there? Is that a public road? The left.
Yeah,
If I go up there, does that lead anywhere near your site? You know that road there?
Yeah.
Does that go up near the building?
Yeah,
Or?
it does, yeah.
I'd go up there, probably. Is that all right?
Go and have
Yeah.
Well, I can't say it's all right, but
Right.
you're not on our land and you're flying the drone, then
Sure. Yeah.
if it stays within your eye line, then I suppose that's all right.
Up there, is there any way in to here, or is it all shut off? Right.
All shut off, yeah.
Okay, I think I'll go around and try that first, rather than come in and if I can't use it, it's for me a bit pointless.
Yeah, because you can't take it off or land it from the side.
Bridleways, have you got any of those?
No.
No bridleways.
No.
Right.
No. It's just it's residential really around here.
Is it?
All around, yeah. The only other place like for walking or anything is across on the canal.
Right. Okay, I'll see what I can do up there and go from there. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Shit.
Sorry, I've been sent out to ask you not to film.
Sorry?
I've been sent out to ask you not to film on
Why?
site because no National Trust site allows drones. It's just the National Trust's rules.
Where's that bridge go to? I was curious of that.
That's to our mathematical bridge to the bridge garden across the other side of the road.
Ah,
It is all still National Trust property, but yeah.
so I spoke to your colleague at the front.
Yeah, visitor reception. She's just radioed site to ask us to make sure that nobody is filming. It's just we are enforcing the National Trust's rules.
But I told them that I'm gonna come up this road and stay here, and I've got quite a close view of the house from here,
Yeah.
so I can see the drone quite easily.
You're not allowed to fly the drone on our land.
On,
So
yeah.
the drone can't be on our land.
It won't be on.
Even if you're
Yeah, it won't be
not
on. The,
on our land. If the drone is over our land, you're still filming our property. It's our intellectual property. That's why you're not allowed to have a drone on site. If you want to speak to head office at Helix about it, or our visitor experience manager who does all the marketing.
If you go somewhere quieter, can't really.
Well,
talk
the guys
properly
are just busy.
Say again.
I can get another manager to come and speak to you.
No, you're fine.
I can get. There's plenty.
You're
of people,
okay.
Plenty of people more senior than myself who can come and speak to you.
What it is, you said the drone's not allowed on the land.
No. If
But I'm
you're-
not going to land it in there. You know that,
No,
right?
but it's not. It's.
I'm just gonna stay over
You're-
it.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to fly
Like, just
over our site.
In the air, yeah.
Yeah, that's that I'm saying. Even if you're on site, if you're off site, you're not allowed to fly the drone on or over our site.
Says who?
The National Trust who own
Right.
the land.
But if somebody's off the land,
Yeah.
National Trust rules wouldn't apply.
Well, they would because the drone's still filming our intellectual property on site.
Intellectual property.
Yeah, because
A
we
building
own the
wouldn't-
site.
Yeah, yeah. A building wouldn't be intellectual property though.
But all of
Makes
the
sense.
people who work on it, all
Yeah.
of the customers who've paid to come in,
Yeah, yeah.
you can't film them either.
I can.
So, no, you can't unless a model release form is signed.
If I was on your land,
Which-
correct.
Yeah, but you can't, exactly. And if you're filming on my land, then you need a model release
You
form.
might be filming somebody who's fleeing from domestic violence.
You
They
could-
don't want
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah.
to know
Yeah.
that they're in the Midlands.
You can understand that, right? If I was
Yeah.
filming you now and you were
Yes.
in that situation,
Yeah.
you're identifiable. But the drone's up there, miles high. Well, not miles high, but high.
It still might.
You're going to be a blue dot and a black jumper dot.
Yeah, I'm not making up the rules. I'm not trying to be an arse. I'm just telling you that you're not allowed to do it.
Yeah.
And I will have to just call somebody else over if you
I
want.
believe that I'm allowed to fly over the land,
Okay.
providing I'm not on the land.
Okay.
I believe
I'll
that.
get my manager to come over and speak.
I can.
James, could you come to the front gate, please? I've got the gentleman here.
Should we move away from this noise because it's going to be difficult to have a conversation here? I think, isn't it? Is there
Wait for James.
anywhere else to go? Is that your?
No, there isn't.
No, I meant just to have a chat.
Stable yard just next to the gents who are building our wall.
I just meant to have the chat rather than having it here.
I'll just wait for James to speak to you rather than myself.
I just meant when he or she comes. Is it he?
Hey.
When he comes out here, it's a bit loud,
Yeah,
isn't it?
he can make that decision.
All right. Is he going to be? Do you think he'll be long? Because I can
Don't think so.
get the drone up in the
Yeah.
meantime and have a quick nose around before
Yeah, that's.
he comes out. You know. So. So how come you came out here? You presumed I'm coming up here.
That's what we've been told, that you're about to walk up Whittick Bank because you just told visitor reception you were going to do.
Well,
We do own all of this land as well, actually.
it's a
Roads.
public road though, public pathway.
Why don't you take it somewhere where you can fly it?
I can fly it here.
Well, that's also a bit contentious, isn't it?
No, it's not. No. You see how the law works, if you're interested, is you can fly a drone over anything, providing that the person flying it is on public land.
Well, people live here. Helen
Yeah,
lives
sure.
here, the manager.
Yeah,
So, I mean, that's her personal.
Yeah.
And if somebody flew
yeah.
a drone over my garden, I'd
Yeah.
be very upset.
You see all these houses here?
Yeah.
If I wanted to fly over them, I can, but it may raise a question of there's nothing there to view. Why would I be doing that? Whereas here, obviously, it's public.
Well, it is
Open.
because people
No, but
people live
I-
in these properties.
Yeah, I mean the main site. It's open to the public, right, for tickets.
Members.
And it's a
paying.
beautiful. Yeah. But
Members and paying.
my point is, it's a beautiful
It is.
place
Members and paying
that
customers, but even if you were, you're
that-
not allowed to
yeah,
fly
but-
drones.
No, I'm saying there's a reason to fly a drone here because there's a public viewing, what do you call it, estate building.
Yeah, but it's the National Trust don't allow drones being flown on site.
They can't stop the drone going over.
Well, we can't, unless we shoot them out of the sky,
No, but
essentially.
what I'm saying
they
is-
aren't the legal standpoint is that.
The policy standpoint.
Yeah.
See, the policy,
Well, I don't make, you need to speak to Helis if you've got a problem.
I don't have a problem. You have a problem.
Well, you
Not
can't-
you directly, but National Trust have a problem if they're coming out to tell me I can't fly my drone from here over, and their policy states I can't do that.
Yeah.
If it does, I believe it says over.
You're
it-
not allowed on site, and then your drone is on our site.
It's not though. It's
It
over.
is. It's still. But where's the legal standpoint end for you in altitude then?
So
What do we own? What do we not?
in black and white,
Yeah.
you don't own the airspace. However, if I was down at a height which is interfering with the enjoyment of the land, so we're saying maybe the height of this wall would be annoying for people, right? Then it becomes your issue. Providing I'm high enough that I'm not interfering with that,
But where do you make that distinction? What's the actual height?
there's no actual height. But
I don't think that's particular. That can't be true.
but if it's interfering with the enjoyment of the land,
Well,
so that would be for a court to decide.
It is to protect our customers.
Yeah.
There's staff who live on site, people who are here, and that's what you're in contravenance with.
Right. There's no law being broken. However, if the drone was to go over and start buzzing around at head height and people were in danger and you rang the police,
Well,
that
how
would
do
definitely.
I police say if you're not even on site?
No, but you'd say there's a guy outside, there's a drone coming over. However, the drone is that low, it's basically hitting people. The police will be here pretty quick, believe me.
I don't really want to call the police.
I'm just saying.
We've asked quite nicely and explained
just
to
saying,
you
yeah.
what the legality is from the National Trust point of view.
It can't be illegality.
You're still insisting on being here. So
I want a public
doing
path.
This. Yeah, and also flying over our private sites. The land
I'm allowed to do that.
That's what you think. I don't think you are.
I know I
That's
am.
where the issue is.
I know I am.
Well, I don't know that you are, and I don't
Yeah.
believe that you
Okay.
are.
Right, look at it this way. I could own a company, I could own National Trust, I could own my own trust, and I could say, right, my rules are no drones going over. But the law may say I can, or they can. So then you're flying your drone legally from here, but my rule in there says you can't. But my rule doesn't override the law. So you carry on doing your lawful activity, I can't stop you, right?
Do you want to double check the National Trust's website on drone usage for your own?
Not really.
Well, I think
But if
would
it-
be sensible
but if it-
considering. He's very insistent that he's still going to
Hello.
fly his drone across the site. This is James Carnell. He's
Hi,
the head
James.
gardener on site.
Head who? Gardener.
Yeah. He,
Not a drone expert then.
No,
I thought you were getting somebody to come down and... I was happy with this lady, she's fine.
Yeah.
Be it she's quite adamant, but I'm happy with dealing with her. But
Yeah, no, that's fine. You can absolutely deal with her, that's fine. I'm sure what she's saying is completely correct.
do you want to explain to him just what you were telling me, and I'll
I've asked James to
let you-
come over and speak to you because you aren't listening to anything that I have to say, and you're disagreeing with me, and you're
The drone
still
away for a
insistent
minute.
that you're going to fly the drone on site. So I've asked for a senior member of staff to come over.
Oh, you'll see. All right.
Yeah.
He's a senior member of staff. Got you.
Yeah, he's
Sorry.
my boss.
Ah, right. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. I thought
Okay,
she'd.
so what's your intention?
So I went to the main entrance.
Yeah,
I was going to come in initially.
yeah,
They said no drones.
yeah.
I said fine. Well, there's no point coming in. I'll go and find somewhere to fly from. And they said you won't be able to have eyesight of the drone, which you have to have, down there. So I checked on the map and I said, what about here? They said, yeah, it's fine. As long as you don't go on, can't stop you.
That's
Cool,
correct.
cool. So I was about to launch. This lady comes out. And obviously we've had a discussion about the National Trust policy not allowing drones over. I'm not sure if it's worded as over or on, but
At this point, if you're filming from on here, this isn't our land, you're able to take the drone up from wherever, but as soon as it comes on, and what you're not able to do is to film any staff on site. If we do see that the drone's coming in and actually filming staff whilst we're here, then
There's
you'd
no
be
model
asked to
release
stop.
form's been completed, so you can't.
I'm not on your site to have the model release forms.
Well, you can't have the model release because we haven't employed you to
No, but
come and
you-
do a
you-
drone fly. If we had, then that would be a different. But
You
at
need
the
model
moment-
release forms.
Yeah, but
I don't.
At this point,
Yeah.
you can fly wherever you can, but you have to be able to see the drone, and that's where we're at.
But you just said if it goes on,
No,
are we still at
point,
that or?
If it goes onto the site and something happens, it
if
comes
you're here
down.
and you can see it, that's
Yeah.
that's fine.
It needs to go over. It can't remain out the boundary. I know you're not happy about that.
No, I'm not. I think that you're being particularly obstructive on purpose, but you know.
I think National Trust, you today, are coming out to try and obstruct me flying my drone lawfully.
You did come to site specifically to fly your drone.
Of course.
And you spoke to visitor reception.
It's beautiful.
And they told you that you wouldn't be allowed to fly your drone on site.
Which I said, fine, I'll go off.
So you'll leave, not pay to come onto the site.
Yes, correct.
And then come up here. And they specifically told me that you'd come here to film Whittick, not the surrounding area, not
No,
Mermaid,
houses.
not public. That you've specifically come
Yes.
here to film Whittick. And although we've told you that you haven't got any model release forms, there's staff here, there's
Yeah.
people who live on site and it's
Yeah,
their
yeah.
homes. You're still
Where are they?
assistant on site.
No, but whereabouts?
It's
All these buildings here, they're
Okay.
flats.
These ones just here? I'll stay away from them.
And
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
other properties here where the staff live. There's
Okay.
You also can't tell me what
Yeah.
the legal limits are on heights, and that
Well, what I
you
said-
can ensure that there's going
What I
people
said.
aren't going to be injured, that it's safe for you to do. We don't know that you've got public liability insurance if anything happens on site.
I wouldn't need it, but
Well, if you injured somebody with your drone,
put this away for a minute.
You know, if it's
What it
a
is,
business of yours, then
I-
you would. But
what it is I explained to the lady,
Yeah, no, that's okay. George, do you want to take your lunch?
yeah,
And maybe you can take your lunch, it's fine.
I'm glad you
So essentially,
sent her back in,
So
because
essentially, you've just got to be able to. You can just film what you can from the side, and that's as far as you're going to get.
I'm going to go over, in. I am going to do some quite close-up shots of the main building.
But you're not going to be able to. You're not going to be able to see your drone by doing that.
It's right there. Isn't it? Is that the main building?
Yeah, but as I say, if it
Yeah.
comes down anywhere in there where you can't, where it's out of your sight,
Okay, are you going to police that?
yeah, we'll make a note of where the drone's going. So it only
Right.
needs to be. It's going to be limited as to what you can get.
I disagree here. I would think from here, well no, sorry, not from only here, but I think from outside of your property,
So
Oh.
so just to make ourselves clear,
yeah,
I'm saying you can lift your drone, you can start to film what you think you can safely film. As soon as we deem it to be not safe and it's interfering, and it's coming into an area,
it won't
where
interfere.
we'll
That's what I was
judge
trying to explain to the lady.
We'll judge what is interfering or not, because it's our operation. At the end of the day, it's on site, but we can't stop you lifting the drone from the outside.
Do you think like educating staff members, because the two at reception, to be fair, they knew the score. They said, so as long as you go off, fine, carry on, right? This lady must have been told something different. She's adamant I can't do it.
She was told to come and just let us know if you turned up,
Right,
which is what she's done, and now I've turned up.
yeah.
Okay.
You weren't here for the discussion, you know. I mean, you heard a bit of it, like, but so moving forward, obviously I'll launch in a minute. Go over. What about filming people on the site? There's an issue with that, or I'm not going to be filming people, but obviously,
No, we'd ask you not to film people.
yeah. But if they're in the shot, I mean,
What you can't do is go up. You can't conduct any, close-up images of
yeah.
people.
I don't want people in the shot, to be fair, but I'm sure there may be a few people there. So,
But I know I can see what you're able to see from here.
yep,
How far you can see where you can see the drone.
yep.
And so if I see that, if the drone's going over the other side of the building.
What about if I
where
move
you
down there?
can't See it. Yeah, there you go. That's what you're going to have to do. As I say, we don't know this. We don't know
Yeah,
this
yeah.
side.
What I was getting at is, you're concerned about line of sight,
Yeah,
right? So if you think the drone has gone out of my line of sight,
yeah,
I may not be here.
yeah. No,
I don't know where I'll be.
No, I understand
I'm
that.
probably going to stay here, but if I go up
But
and
in ter-
over,
But in terms of knowing, I look after the site.
yeah,
I do know the topography of the site very well,
yep,
which you have to respect.
yep,
And so I will have a good idea of if the drone's in a certain position
yep.
on the site. I will be certainly very clear about whether you actually able to see it or not. Does that make sense? In terms of what's publicly available to be. But as the ladies at visitor reception
Yeah, yeah.
said, it's a boundary site. Our remit is that you can't step foot onto the site.
So if I was to
Okay.
go down there a little bit, That's going to lower my line of sight down a little bit, isn't it? Makes sense.
You don't have to explain how you're going to use the drone. I know where
Yeah.
you can.
You
be
just seem quite
to
adamant
okay.
that you're going to know exactly where that drone is, and you'll go, he can't see that. Yeah?
Yeah, I'm confident. I know where the areas that I'd be concerned if I suddenly saw the drone
Got ya.
appearing. Okay,
Is that the main building right there?
and that's what you're allowed to do. Okay.
Okay. I'll be about
All right.
half an hour. I won't be too long, okay? Pardon?
Keep monitoring it.
Okay, no worries. Thank you. Did you hear any of that, mate?
I don't quite get what the hell.
I could just see you looking over.
What the?
Say again?
They think they can stop you?
They can't. No.
There's that bloke that does it on TV. He does it on TV. And the coppers, the coppers always bombard him and they're like, you can't. And he's like, but I can't. And he rings
On the TV or YouTube?
It might be YouTube,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what I do.
All I would say is stay away from chimneys.
From where?
Chimneys.
What's that?
The chimney on the roof, stay away from
Oh, the chimney. Why?
It's old.
Oh, right. Yeah.
This wall roof. So, I'm not saying your drone's going to do anything to it.
No, it'll be fine. It's,
They seem concerned.
weirdly, I went to reception and they were basically like, as long as you go off on the road, it's fine.
They can't. I didn't think they could.
I thought it was going to be an easy one, this, and then that happened. Are you working? Are you contracted for them to do that?
Yeah.
Ah, okay, cool. Is it a big site, or?
I've been to this bit.
Oh, you've only been there. Cool.
Don't have time to walk around.
Yeah. So just to show people the takeoff spots, obviously I took off here. I flew a lot of it from here. I went over to that pavement over there briefly, although I didn't really need to, but I went over there. I went down to the bottom of the hill. In fact, whilst the drone was in the air, I went down to the bottom of the hill, down by the pub, river area, which I'll show you now. So just another one of my flying locations, down here by the river and the canal, to get a better line of sight going up. Also walked along this lane here, which appears not to be National Trust, but the house is right there. So for the close-up shots of the chimneys, literally I was right here. I could have gone a bit lower, but I didn't want to interfere with the enjoyment of their land. I'm not sure who owns this lane. It's not National Trust, and it has separate private entities that are coming off it, but the lane itself, I don't know.